On New Year's Eve 2022, I was in Annecy, France. I stayed at my friend's house from university, and I was super surprised by the differences in the way they spend New Year's holidays. So today, I'd like to talk about 7 differences between Japan and France. So this video is kindly sponsored by Sakuraco box, so I'll talk about it later in this video. Let's get started. First, who spends the time of the year together? In France, it seems like many people spend the end of the year with their family and friends. It's kind of the same in Japan. However, what I found different is that in Japan, both family members and friends tend to be private. For example, in my case, I spend time with only my family, usually watching special TV program at the end of the year. However, at his house in France, distant relatives and friends came and drank together, and everyone felt welcome. For Japanese people, it was very new, and it was fun to meet all kinds of people. I really love it. Second, traditional end-of-the-year meals. In France, apparently people eat oysters and escargot and chickens, and so on at the end of the year. In his house, we made a lot of little pancakes with caviar on it. I've never seen such food before. I was scared, but I tried it and it tasted great. In Japan, there's a custom of eating soba in the end of the year. There are said to be 2 main reasons for this. First of all, buckwheat can be created thin and long. So it's said that you would have a long life. Also, since easier to cut than other noodles, it has the meaning of cutting off disasters and hardships. Apparently, depending on the region, there are places where udon is eaten. Third, differences in how to spend the end of the year. What surprised me about how people spend the end of the year in France is that it's like a party. We drank wine, danced, counted down, and toasted with champagne. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. By the way, in Italy, Spain, and France, when you toast, you say chin chin, right? Do you know what this means in Japanese? It means pin. Therefore, for English-speaking people, it's like saying pin and making a toast. It's really funny for Japanese people. Plus, what surprised me more is that the party lasts until midnight. It's truly like being in a club. On the other hand, in Japan, there are many people who spend their time relaxing at home, watching music programs and variety programs with their families, especially on New Year's Eve. So I've spent my life like that up until now. So the French party was very new to me. By the way, in Japan, around midnight you can hear the New Year's bell ringing from the temple. We usually ring the bell 108 times. So this is because in Buddhism, we have 108 desires from birth. So it means to get rid of them and welcome the new year. There are some temples where general public can ring the bell. So if you have the opportunity, I would recommend it. I used to do that and it was fun. Fourth, New Year's Day meals. Well, it's January 1st. Happy New Year, everyone! I had a little hangover, but I had really great French bread in the morning. So I heard that in France, it depends on the person, of course, but some people eat turkey and shrimp and sometimes salmon on New Year's Days. In Japan, many households basically eat osechi. So osechi is like Japanese ornament bento box containing various Japanese foods, and each food has a meaning. For example, my favorite herring roll has a lot of eggs, so it means prosperity for my children. Unfortunately, I don't have any yet, but in the future, I hope to have children. But if that happens, I really can't wait to see what my minimal life will be like. So here, let me quickly introduce Japanese traditional sweets from today's sponsor, Sakuraco Box. The Sakuraco Box is an online snack subscription service that provides great authentic Japanese snacks and goods from Japan to be sent throughout the US. So what I like about this box is that it includes Japanese traditional sweets, featured places, and seasons. For example, this box features New Year's in Niigata Prefecture, which is renowned for its high-quality rice products like sake and mochi. Also, there's a place called Ponshukan, where you can drink sake from all 93 sake breweries in Niigata. I recommend going there in the future as well. So if you subscribe to Sakuraco, you'll be able to experience many of these different beautifully themed boxes as well. Let's open the box. Sakuraco partners with local Japanese snack makers to provide 20 traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snacks, including Japanese teas and a special Japanese tableware. Each month you'll get special item like this sake cup. I love sake as well as matcha, so I really love it. Even if you don't know what kind of snack it is, no worries. You can learn more about the snacks you receive as well as allergens. So you get to try all sorts of delicious snacks such as this Echigo Hime strawberry crepe.
This is so sweet. It's kind of like Japanese huwa-huwa, like fluffy pancake.
And snow rabbit soft chew.
It's kind of haichu. I love it.
And fortune cookie, and many more. Anyway, my fortune of this year was very good luck. Okay, yay. If you love Japanese snacks and tea, I would really recommend this Sakuraco box because I know it's really hard to get these kinds of Japanese snacks if you live outside of Japan. All you have to do is really easy. Choose the plan you would like and check out. So you get the latest Sakuraco box and eat delicious sweets with your tea. You can get $5 off if you use my code Matcha on your first Sakuraco box through my link. And you get a chance to win free tickets to Japan if you subscribe before January 31st, 2023. So click the link in the description below for more information. Okay, let's get back to Paris. Fifth, how towns and communities celebrate the New Year. I'm going to Paris by train today. The first thing that surprised me when I arrived in town is that shopping centers, cafes, and restaurants are all closed. As a Japanese person, it felt very lonely. It's true that many restaurants in Japan are also closed, but there are also many shops that are open. Because in Japan, it's a time shopping centers in particular are booming. There are sales during the New Year holidays and lucky bags start to sell. A Japanese lucky bag is a package with a variety of items probably worth more than the purchase price. I don't buy it now because I'm a minimalist, but I used to buy it every year. Sixth, difference in holiday length. In France, I heard that, like many people, take a holiday until January 1st. And from January 2nd, they start work usually. Whereas in Japan, we basically have a holiday until January 3rd. During these 3 days, we go to shrines, spend our time eating New Year's dishes with relatives, and watch New Year's TV programs such as marathons. I feel like New Year's in Japan is like Christmas in the West. Seventh, concept of Hatsu. So what was the first dream you had this year? I don't think you would ask such a question in France. However, in Japan, people often ask such questions because there is a culture that values the first event of the year. That's why in Japan, there are many Hatsu, first event in the new year. For example, Hatsuyume, Hatsuri, Hatsuyuki, Hatsumode, and Kakizome. There are many. There wasn't such concept in France, that's why I was kind of surprised. So as for first dream, it said that there are 3 best things that bring you luck when you see them in your first dream. It's Mount Fuji, hogs, and eggplants. As you know, Mount Fuji is the highest mountain in Japan, so it'll raise your fortune. And hogs represent freedom and possibility. And eggplants. Some people might wonder why eggplants? Because it used to be a very expensive ingredient, so it means that one's value increases. Unfortunately, I didn't see any of them. But let's have a great year together! So today I introduced 7 differences between Japan and France during the New Year's holidays. What did you think about it? And I'll be uploading videos of trip in Europe soon, so please looking forward to it as well. Okay, so stay safe, have fun, and thank you for watching as usual. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye!